Hey, I wake up in the morning, then I brush my teeth. Mind over million, talk what I see. Niggas be here, gotta keep it low key. I don't be having time for no beat. I gotta get to the tater to the cheese. I got tunnel vision, get into the green. Thank God every day that he chose me. Don't be calling my phone no D&D. If you wanna be with me, you know that I got you. If I call you my friend, you know that we love you. Give me the ball, pace till I just stop. You know when it's team, you know that we pop. You know that I'm working, I'ma push the clock. I'ma break the curse, I ain't never stop. Do this for my family, I ain't never stopping. I ain't never, I ain't never, I ain't never, I ain't never. This time I never, man. I ain't never, I ain't never, I ain't never. This time I never, man. This time I never, man. Gotta stick to the plan. Gotta get them bands. I don't really want no friends. I came from the bottom. Now I'm the man. Now I'm the man. Now I'm the man. I just find it crazy, like, just one day I just woke up, had this dream, and ever since then I just been taking off. If you got a dream, chase your dream, do what you wanna do. Keep trying, you gon' make it one day.
There he is. How you been, brother? You doing well? Glad we could link up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tony D back with another edition of From the Mind of Men. And you know what we doing here, man? We sitting down for a little bit. We talking with brothers because for some reason, we still public enemy number one. So we go deep dive into these conversations on a daily basis, man, and when they come about. So on today, rather, man, I got my boy Lajuan Peppers. Everybody know him as Pep. What's up, my dude? How you
What's
doing,
going on,
man?
man?
I can't call it, man. Hey, it was good to be reacquainted with you, man. I know we gonna get into it a little bit, man. But I know everything that you were doing, and then I seen that you were headed back to Pep's traveling cars, man. So
Man, you
let's
know,
start there. How did you make your way back?
I'm gonna tell you, it was it's been overdue.
Yeah.
It's been overdue. I shouldn't have never left. Many people need my help. I love helping people. When people talk about getting cars, they know I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat nothing. I'm not gonna lead them in a bad direction. I'm gonna help them get better.
That's what's up, man.
So the community is in need.
Yeah.
So I'm back.
That part. That's what's up. Hey, many are glad that you back as well. So man, so I know one of the things that we want to talk about on Mind the Men, man, is just deep dive into our brains, our lives, man. I know one of the things that's recently come up that I want to rap with you about is just how us as black men, how we can be better, man. Like I know we go through struggles, triumphs, things of that nature, but I've seen you overcome a lot. What was your biggest triumph, man?
I'm gonna say growing up definitely into not having a father figure in my life, being able to be the best father, stepfather, just role model in general.
Yeah.
Many people can't do that. Many people don't want to take on the responsibility of, like with stepkids, many men don't want to deal with a woman who has kids, who got the baby daddies, none of that, and kids they don't deserve that. Everyone needs a strong role model in their life, man. Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that because I seen this video, and I think we talked about it when we were on the phone last week. And I'll definitely paraphrase it. So pretty much, a father was standing with his kids. The mom was reading, the questions. Take one step forward if your father ever took you to the park. Take a step forward if your father came to a sporting event. Take one step forward if your father ever read you a bedtime story. And she just kept on, reading these off. And as they're, starting to get far away from their father and his three kids, they're looking back at the dad like, and it's sad that a lot of us black men are growing up who didn't have a father figure, and now we're forced to be. And forced, I know maybe a strong word, but yeah, once you bring a kid in this world and you start a family, you're forced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to grow up at some point. What was one of the growing challenges you had, Bill?
Making sure to keep doing the right decisions. You know, you could easily veer off and go wrong.
Yeah.
But the best thing, having a support system, you know, mother, grandmother, even my siblings, they want to make sure that we stay on that path,
Yeah.
no matter
Indeed.
what, stayed on that path. So, I mean, seeing drive-bys, drug deals, all these different things, man. You got a choice: either you gonna be the same or be better.
Mm. Yeah, man. I feel like a lot of people lack growth and reflection because I know that there's a lot going on. You know, you see this race war starting to brew. You see every other comment is N word this, N word that, and it just really and I'm like, this can't be life, fam. Like, what has happened, to the fabric of being a person? I mean, I can't help that I'm black, just like people can't help that they're white or Chinese or Oriental.
Yeah.
I'm being the best person that I can be. But I feel like there's so many people lack that structure that you talked about that allows young people to feel like that they can do whatever without any consequences.
But when you think about it, Tony, man, racism is just being exploited more because of social media.
Mm,
This has still been going on. You know, we just didn't hear about it because it wasn't instant news.
hmm
We had to wait, word of mouth, a letter. Now you can instantly see everyone's intention, right? Social media. I mean, it's wicked, man. It's evil.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, and it gets depressing. But as we talk about that and we're saying with others, I really feel like, Pell, we got to start with us. We got to sweep around our own front door
Yeah.
first because it's like the biblical parable, man, about the speck in my eye and the mote in yours. I can't, if I'm not seeing 100% clear, I can't tell you what you're doing wrong. So how do you feel like that we can change this identity we're given?
First, we gotta be less afraid of letting our emotions show.
Mm,
We as black men, we are taught if we hold our emotions in, you're good. But if we talk about them, we weak.
right.
We a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
We not strong enough. You're not a leader. Damn, who can I talk to then? If I can't talk to you, who can I talk to?
Yeah.
I talk to myself. I'm crazy.
So they say, right?
Right. So I mean, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You got to be able to look in the mirror, and say, damn, if you can see the changes you need, it's time to get going. You got to grow.
Yeah. And be accountable, man. I believe every brother needs to have another brother or another man to be accountable to,
Yeah.
especially if that man is accountable because you know that person's not going to allow certain things. And when they wrong, that they go tell you that, yo, bro, you wrong about that, man. Emotional intelligence, man. I've been hearing this word more and more and more, at least since I started minding men, that people lack it. And you see it on social media. I see our women pouring out into the street, not going out, pouring out in the street, fighting like cats and dogs, man. Or like my brother say, like Tom and Jerry, like for real. They out here banging. And it's like, what image as a black man do I portray to my black woman, my black queen, that this is not what I want for you. I need for you to be in a place of being able to teach, to nurture, to grow. And I'm not saying that they can't, but sometimes if that these and people say it's what's the word? It's I can't think of the word right now. It's culture.
Mhm.
It's not culture, it's an
No.
individual act. Because I feel like as a black man, growing up, going through the challenges, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, financial health, relationship health, body health,
Yeah.
I've had to grow. And my culture is working, building something for my family. So is yours. But I hate words as you, y'all. This is what y'all perpetrate. So talk about it, man.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Tony, I mean, it's hard when you got to deal with so much backlash as far as carrying everything on your shoulders, the emotional standpoint of other people, psychological, emotional, like you said, financially. It could get unbearable.
Yeah.
And again, what's our outlet? Where can we go?
Mm,
Who can we talk to? They say get counseling, but a lot of us don't get counseling.
indeed.
You know,
Yeah.
it makes for a very like sad, sick world, though, man. when we are so hell bent on being strong, but when we have that little weakness at that moment, you lost. You're a loser. You everything what they say you are, and there's no coming back.
Yeah, I feel like everybody focuses on reaction and not prevention.
Mhm.
You know, thank God I got a great wife, man. That when I'm, of course, I got things going on. When I start to spiral, she catches me like, "Hey, you good?"
Yeah.
And just being able to have that relationship with your woman, and I know it's hard for a man to sit here and tell a woman, "Hey, I'm struggling with A, I'm struggling with B," but this is the person you chose to go through life with. Even our homeboys, our family members, I feel like that everybody that's out here doing something wrong, somebody knows something about it. And we got to start policing our own people first.
Yeah.
We got to stop accepting the fact that, like, okay, perfect example. My son, he upstairs 17. He was like 12, 13, wanted to carry the cross for what? Do you know what that means? But a lot of people think it's the style. No, let's talk about this because now you setting everybody up. Because when I go out, I got tats. I wear a little bit of jewelry. We wearing J's and I carry, the wife carry, you know what I'm saying? And let's not put that unnecessary eyes on us.
Yeah.
This is drawing attention. I feel like that so many of our young men have chosen to fall in the mold and not be leaders.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think now it's natural born followers now.
Yeah, that part.
Everyone wants to take the shortest path to get to the reward.
Mm.
We was taught, hey, you gotta work.
Sweat of your brow. Indeed.
You gotta work.
Absolutely.
You don't the sense of entitlement these kids have now. Parenting, lack of things to do, it's so many things we could point the finger, but like you said, it starts with us.
It does. Yeah.
I got a daughter, man. She's strong, going to college, scholarships. I mean, I was just thinking to myself, damn, what if I wasn't right and she took the path of least resistance? Could have been pregnant, could have been so many different things, man.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that me and her mother, raised her in a structural way.
Yeah, indeed. And it's crazy you talk about structure because if y'all watch Life Be Life, and I had David Kirkman on this past Wednesday, and he talked about the same thing, structure. And it's crazy because when I came out of high school, man, I went straight into the military because I knew I lacked discipline and structure. Because what I have a father, what I'm saying, in my life. And I feel like that people say it takes the village, but when the village tries to correct, then violence breaks out. And I really hate that for our people, oh, OG, you don't know how it is, but I live to be 49.
Mhm.
So, look, I know times are different. Our children have access to way more information than we have,
Man.
and I feel like as my brother on Life Be Life says, D to the J, is that we're letting YouTube raise our kids.
Mhm.
We're letting the internet raise our kids, Discord, Twitch. These celebrities, these streamers, these people have more influence over our kids' life than we do.
Easily.
And we're the ones clothing and feeding them.
Intellectually, these kids are smarter than us, but they have no common sense.
That part.
and they are so well advanced in us, but
Indeed.
have lack common sense. And without common sense, you might as well be dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for real.
Yeah. So as we always practice the art here, Pep, of reflection and not deflection. What can you reflect on in your life, man, that you feel like, hey, I'm glad I made that change, or still that was the worst decision I ever made in my life, but I'm glad I went through it?
I would say the best thing that I could have done was start being a role model, mentoring kids and showing them that, hey, it's more than just this hood stuff.
Indeed.
More than the drug dealer on the corner, man. That was one of the biggest things that I would say that I could reflect upon. That I'm glad I did. Any decision, I don't regret any decision because everything is a learning curve. So curve. So no, there's nothing that I regret.
Indeed. So as men, what do you feel like we can do better?
Like you said, start with yourself first. Start with who you are. Make sure you're right. A house divided will never stand together.
Yeah.
So you gotta start with yourself. Like when you recognize what's wrong with you, you start doing things to make it right. That's where you start. That's what we have to do. We got accountability.
Break the cycle.
Yeah,
Break the cycle.
yeah.
And you know, I'm not a man that's above reproach myself, and I've said it many times. You know, at this point in my life, at the age of 49, for the last 10 years or so, I broke that cycle. I was raised without a mother or a father. I was raised by my great aunt. Had my first child straight out of high school. Mama moving back to California. I'm in Korea. Had my second child coming out of the military. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying this to be transparent, y'all, because as men, we have to understand is that once we give a woman our seed, and oh, you can say that OG because you've been through it, but I'm trying to avoid some of the pitfalls our young men always fall into.
Yeah.
Your body is just as sacred as hers is. But that's another story.
Hey, another topic.
I digress. So my thing is, man, is that it wasn't until I got married the second time because I went through a bad marriage. And you know, I can sit here and say, oh, it was her. Let's start here. Then I can, you know what I'm saying, digest everything else. Once I got remarried, and y'all, I've been posting about my woman a little bit, man, because I got a good woman. My good woman, once I got married, we had a child. She knew I had 2 more children by 2 other women. And she's like, nah, we all in this. And, you know, as the children got of age, she's reached out. Now, those 2 girls are 30 and 26. And they call her mama just the same.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that you got to get you a good woman that, because I feel like nowadays that as a woman gets pregnant, she has a child by this guy. Now it's possessive. He's mine and so is his baby. Not understanding that there's other kids out there that need that same love, that need that same guidance. Because unfortunately, it seems like when you have kids in the household that you live in, it's almost like you don't love those other kids outside of the home equally.
Man, I treat them all the same.
Indeed, indeed, man, indeed. You know, but that's the stigma. And again, till I got married and I broke that cycle. Again, my daughters are 30, 26, 24. I have no grandkids. My son is 17, and I sat down and I gave him the talk that I never had. And I feel like we gotta quit being afraid to expose our kids because the music is doing it, the internet is doing it, social media is doing it. So why would I not sit down first and talk to my kid about sexual responsibility?
Many people don't because they want their kids to be their best friends.
Talk about it.
Call me Pep. Call me Tony. No, the hell you ain't.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it, man. And I believe like the status of our grandparents are being wiped out because even if the grandchild was wild, there was always a grandparent that could tighten them up a little bit. But now, you know, you haven't, and I'm not trying to shoot arrows or fire shots, but we're literally having young girls pregnant at 13, 14. Then their kids are having babies at the same age. So you 26 and you're 30 and you're a grandmama already. If the brain don't develop until I'm 25. So keep in mind, I had 2 kids before I had 25. I'm still a young Negro out here myself. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yet I'm bringing another life into this world, man. And we got to change the dialogue at some point.
How though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It starts here. I believe that being openly transparent is one of the things that, you know, we're going to tell some of it, but I can't talk about this right now because when I first started speaking, I didn't talk about my first marriage at first. It took to me to grow into this marriage, have a newfound love of marriage before I could go back and say, you know what, man, she wasn't the only culprit. I did my part too. So learning is growth, man. It's growth, and you got to be responsible with that growth.
What about the ones who ain't never wrong? Who ain't never? It's always you.
Yeah,
you.
Yeah. A lot of people lack accountability, man, and it's sad. And I feel like that. I'm gonna say it. Us black men, we lack accountability like crazy because I've seen fights start from I accidentally brushed up against you. Hey, my bad, brother. Oh man, you got Why does it have to escalate like this with each other?
So I bounced in the club over 20 years.
Why are we so aggressive? Like I've seen video instances of another race calling a brother out of his name and being aggressive, and I ain't got time to go to jail. But as soon as another brother do it, we ready to smoke
You
him.
know why? And when you grow up in the hood, it's a sign of weakness if you don't defend yourself and take care of business.
Yeah.
It's a sign of weakness if you don't handle that disrespectful person.
Yeah.
Not talk it out, but you better handle it.
Yeah. So let's talk about this before we get up out of here, man. We're in the age of teen takeover right now, where teens are going to certain spots, just in droves. They're fighting, they're doing other things, man. What's your synopsis on it?
It's like a little baby crying out. They doing that attention because they need help. It's a sign that, hey, I need help. We ain't got nothing else to do, so I'm going to get your attention.
Yeah, and I believe that as the world has advanced, we've given our kids things that we didn't have, whether it's from two-parent homes down to clothes and shoes. Because I got my first pair of Jordans when I got grown, and I feel like that we're not giving our children the ethical lessons and responsibility that come along with being able to have everything. We were taught you got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, mama, I want this game. You put in half, I'll put in, you give me 20, I'll put in the rest. I feel like we've gotten out of the habit of making our kids invest on the glitz and glamour of life.
And hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Hey, this is your responsibility. I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
What you going to do?
Yeah.
Tough pill to swallow, though, man.
It is because what's really tough for me, fam, is that so my son's 17, he'll be 18 this year. My nephew upstairs, they're about the same age. To know that in about a year or two, that he'll be out of my grasp, out of my reach. I feel like that I've sown the seeds and gave the lessons and have the sit downs that I need to have. But the question is, what other men are doing that to their son as well? So if my son and your son cross paths, how are both of them going to equally be able to go back home?
It's hard.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow.
Because you got to think, a lot of men
Like
in their kids' lives. So,
yeah.
I mean, then you got these women, not all of them, but they'll pump their kids' head up. Hey, you the man of the house. No, I'm not the man of the house. He's a child of the house.
Yeah.
Keep him in his kid's place. And
oh,
man.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it, man.
It is because, I grew up with pots, pans, and hands, switches, and dish rags, and fly swatters, race car tracks.
Yeah.
And I, for the most part, decided not to raise our kids. Well, I ain't saying we ain't never whooped their butt, but it's been a while. I'm proud to say, not tooting my own horn, but I feel like I've raised, between myself and my wife and their mothers, because I can't leave their mothers out the equation, that we've raised some good kids, no records, no kids. It's like, hey, I appreciate that I sowed the seed, or maybe I deterred y'all from who I was.
Damn. Hell no. Yeah, you scared the hell out of them, so.
Man. But moving forward, Pelt, man, what can we do? So I know we've talked about, we've projected. What can we do as everyday men to say, this doesn't go on in my house, my family, and this is not the way that I carry myself?
Again, it starts with looking in the mirror, making sure that you stick to your guns to improve everyone you come in contact with. It should be something positive. Stop always, hey, that dirty mother. You gotta plant that seed of positivity.
Indeed.
And that's what everybody you come in contact with. Hey, give them something to look forward to. Don't give them something to look forward to kill to.
Indeed, man. Hey, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep, man. I feel like that we're always so offended by everything, but we're not offended by our own actions. Like you said, look in that mirror, man. It starts with us. Be the change that you want to see. As we get ready to wrap up this thing for today, man, Pep, I'm going to give you the floor, man, for the next minute or two. Anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say? Shout out as you back in the hot seat on Monday. So go ahead and do your thing.
Come on, yeah, I'm back selling cars. Pep's working a lot of cars. Hit me up if you need to right away. Shout out to everyone who's living life. Everyone who's down, you can always come up. If you up, understand that sometimes you're gonna hit rock bottom, but hey, never stay down. Always get up.
Indeed, man. Hey, this concludes another episode from The Mind of Men. Of course, I'm your host, Tony D. And this is my boy Pep over here. Hey, only question I'm gonna leave y'all with today is who's next?